Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another live. Tonight we've got Jem in the garden and you. Jem, I feel like I don't speak to you enough, so I thought let's go on a live.
We got to catch up.
We got to catch up since about 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I'll just quickly go through some of the chat. I'm not going to say most of the people at the top because I've been chatting to them anyway, but I'm just going to quickly say hello, everyone. Hi, Annie. Hi, Debs. Hi, Tweet Garden. Jay, thank you so much for moderating. Duncan, Mel, Ali's Blooming Life, Bill, Marion, Jen, Debs, Dusty Flats. I think that's most people I said. I hope if I haven't missed you up, trolled. But yeah, hello, everyone. I have been chatting before that as well, so... Hello, everyone. Thank you much. Hi, Lindsay. Nice to see you on. So, Jem, you're on. You haven't been on for a while, have you?
I know you've let me back on, which was nice of you. Thank you for inviting me.
That's okay. You're welcome. I don't know why. There's a bit of a lag on the internet one, and I think you were looking at your phone or something. I don't know.
I was because it was coming up that it wasn't on.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, oh, am I not? Have I not you have to refresh sometimes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was. I think there is like a delay then because I was like, oh no, have I? Sometimes you have to skip it so that you're on the actual live bit. I wasn't sure what had happened, but it's okay.
Okay, that's good. Hello, everyone. Hi, Allotment Diary Ammanford. Hi, Drum and Bass. Hi, Varus Veg. Nice to see you all on. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I just feel like you've said it's got a bit cold now, Jem, but I still feel like it's still mild.
Yeah.
For November, like it's. I was in a t-shirt at the plot today and sorting the shed out, and I just thought that's strange for the middle of November.
It was nice today in London as well. We had bright sunshine. We had blue skies. You can hang your washing out to dry. I've got hot chocolate.
I like your mug. I've got blankets and mountains and snow. That's what I'm hoping.
This one's really nice, but it's got the lip where it goes in. You end up you can't.
I've got the same one in white, and I struggle with it because it.
But I do really like it. I do really like it, even though it's awkward to drink out of.
I do like a huge mug though, but this one I've had for ages. But
blankets, mountains, and snow.
But the only thing is, did you see? Oh, well, I don't know if you had it, but I had last night. I woke up in the middle of the night, as you do, and it said on my phone, which I was shocked about. I think it's changed now. It's probably changed, but it said that there was snow forecast for sleet and snow forecast for next week on Tuesday. It said
yes, it said. I'm sure it said that on mine as well. No, it's not on there now, but it did say that we were going to get some. Oh, actually, it's actually saying next Wednesday we've got quite a low temperature and it could get down to 0. So I think it is the cold weather is coming.
It's coming.
But there is something coming, and I did just see in the chat someone said storm something. Was it Storm Clarissa?
Claudia. Storm Claudia. I know. I haven't even locked the tunnel up properly as well, so that's a bit daft. But I think it's just going to be rain. I don't think it's going.
It's just going to be rain. There is something coming.
We do love a storm, though, don't we, Gemma? Like we do like a natural disaster. People might not know this about us, but as friends, because me and Gemma are actually not just YouTubers who YouTube and watching them coming in, to like America.
And seeing how bad they're going to be, because they usually say, oh, they'll be like this, and we're like, oh, it's going to be worse, or it's not going to be as bad. So yeah, we do like a bit of a storm.
If I do get cut off or Jem gets cut off, we'll quickly get back on, so don't worry. But
yeah,
I don't know why, but there might be a lag on some points. I'm not sure, but yeah, I hope the volume's all okay as well. I didn't ask that today, but it makes me a bit paranoid about the volumes now since Potty Mouth one was a bit quiet. But yeah, hello, nice. Hi, Diggle, nice to see you on. But yeah, Jem, I thought we just have a general little chat because you've got your polytunnel, I've got my polytunnel. We've both decided that we're not going to grow Undercover this winter, though, are we? We're both taking our foot off a bit and having a bit of a break.
Yes. So my mini polytunnel now, I've actually covered with black fabric, the inside, obviously, because I don't know, it must have been, there was one year where we both had left the mini polytunnel. So it was when you had your I don't know when that was. Was it like two years ago, maybe?
Must be, yeah.
And they were both like jungles. Do you remember? We opened the lids and they were just literally like...
Because the only thing about those mini polytunnels is that they get so hot.
Yes.
If you don't have... They're good for like start of spring and for overwintering things and things like that. But for the actual summer, you need them off, don't you? You literally need them off the... You need them up because they can bake something within hours. That's the only thing. I am tempted to get another one. I do miss having my mini polytunnels.
They're so handy. I honestly feel they're really handy. But this year I haven't...
Things like you put your trolley and all in there as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. I like sometimes, like even if half of it's got something in it, I use the other half and I'll just like store stuff in there. So it is quite handy. But I'm not doing anything this year in there this winter. I've covered it with black fabric so we don't get what we had a couple of years ago where I opened it and it was literally a jungle in there. It was just crazy. So I've got black fabric in there and that's just going to be left. And I haven't even cleared the big polytunnel. It's still got tomatoes in it.
Really?
I haven't even cleared it.
You are plodding on though. It's not like you're avoiding the...
No, I've done from the back of... I'm starting at the back of the plot, but I thought I'd leave the polytunnel for like a rainy day, you know, like, or a day where you don't want to be outside, because I'm not putting anything in there. So I thought, well, there's no rush to get that cleared. I'll do the outside while it's still quite nice. It was bright sunshine today. So I've done from the back of the plot, literally probably maybe a third in. I've cleared, wood chipped, topped up compost, put new bed. I've done quite a bit, but it's all been outside. It hasn't been in the polytunnel.
I'm doing exactly the same thing, only because we've had a couple of dry days in between. I'm not saying a whole day, like there's been rainstorms in the evening or rainstorms in the morning, but I'm getting those couple of hours where I'm just trying to get all the jobs outside. I'm holding back the polytunnel. Nothing's in the beds now, but it's like a warehouse in there. There's wood in there. There's sheets of plastic. There's all cloches and stuff. It's just everywhere. And it's mainly because I keep thinking when I've got nothing else to do in the garden, when it's really, really bad rain, I could go over on that day, put some music on, and just shut away from it all and just get it all done. There's no point me doing that when it's dry outside, and then all the rainy days then I can't go to the plot because
exactly. I totally agree. That's exactly what I was thinking, because there is going to come a time when it's really bad weather, and they're the days where you still want to go out and do something, but sometimes it's hard when it is really tipping it down with rain.
Tom Ford says Gem's not got much to do down the plot, but I bet poor Vince got a right list. Gem will get him a list of jobs for spring, let me tell you.
Guys, I'm just letting you know that I think it's in the video, the next video out, or it might be it'll be the next video. You will see I put in some hard graft down the plot. I'm telling you, I put in some hard graft, do some heavy lifting myself. So you will be shocked, honestly. I did a whole thing with...
I don't question you don't do stuff on the plot, because I do see that side of it as well. But you are lucky to have Vince as well, because
I know he does the lion's share of like the hard graft. He does.
The women do love him and the men though as well, but the women do love him on your channel, don't they, Gem? Like you do porn him out of bed.
The views go up. The views go up when he's on there.
If Vince gets on there and starts showing his arms, honestly, that video starts getting better attention. So that's what it's about. But yeah, hi Linda, nice to see you on. Hi Cheryl. There's quite a few coming on now, so hello.
I know, that's what I just saw. I just saw on the chat we've got Stella.
Yeah, hi Stella. I think Stella's coming up in spring as well. I think she's coming with Jen, and she's coming up with Jen. So I think they're going to come up and take some cuttings and stuff. Did you come up in the spring? Yeah, you came up in the spring before. Was it? No, summer, wasn't it, Jen? The first time.
It was.
Because it was really sunny though, wasn't it? So
I think it was like late spring, early summer.
That was a good day though, wasn't it? That was a really nice day.
It was a lovely day. That was Easter time. I think it was Easter, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got a puppy. Leanne has picked up their first puppy.
Oh,
so
my
that will
God. Good
keep
luck
you
with
will
that.
have a busy winter, but that's lovely. How
That
exciting.
is nice. I love that time. You know, when you first have a puppy and then they're cute, but they're also little menaces and they're trying to bite you. And I remember when I first had Charlie, he was quite nippy. I used to watch the telly like this, holding him up on his belly, just to stop him from nipping me. And he used to fall asleep. He was tiny, though.
Oh, look, Stella said she wants to come up and you promised jerk pork.
Yeah, that's fine. You've had it, haven't you, Gemma?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, it's a tasty meal it is. You're very welcome, Stella. Rachel Morgan says, if it does snow, is there anything to cover over? Not for me, really. Like, even my garlic and everything else, it manages the snow. I mean, we're not going to get 6 foot of snow for 3 hours, so for 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm happy if a bit of snow comes. And this year I am going to be taking all the nets off except for purple sprout and broccoli and whatnot. I'm just going to let nature do his thing outside and get a bit cold, and the birds and whatnot can eat bugs in the beds and stuff. Because I think sometimes we try and protect those crops, and then we forget that the beds have got pests and stuff in it that are going to just keep breeding and be safe as well, you know?
Yeah.
The thing. Linda said the last time you come over was, the last time you come was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
You really treated me that birthday, I must admit.
That was
I was really spoiled.
It was such a good day, wasn't it? It was so nice.
Yeah, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and try and put them in capitals if you can. Di said, evening, Danny. It's me, the one who messaged you, lol. All my strawberries are tucked up in the pony polytunnel. Do I need to water them at all? Yeah. So remember, like, not too much. Probably like, 100 mils or so, just every now and again, just to keep them ticking over. But they'll go dormant anyway. There'll be hardly any foliage. You might get the odd leaf that'll stay green. But if you've got them hanging,
just don't let them dry out, isn't it? That's all it is.
Yeah.
You just don't let it dry out.
Mine are all still outside at the moment. That will be a job now in the next month or so, and then I'll bring some in. But mine are still outside, all in the hanging baskets, hanging on the side of the greenhouse. Yeah. Yes. Do you remember that we had snow in early November? This year is so much milder, which is a bit worrying. Yeah, well, that's the thing as well, isn't it? Gemma, Cheryl says, how did the ferns do?
Oh, yes, I bought the ferns, didn't I, from the garden centre? They are in my...
Cheryl remembers everything. I did not remember this until... I don't even remember. You bought ferns when we went to the garden centre, didn't you?
Yes. I bought ferns because I was doing my butler sink that's underneath my tap outside, and I wanted to put ferns in it because it gets quite shady, and they are all planted up. Do you know what? I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it in one of my videos because it looks really good. I'm looking forward to next year because they won't really do much now, but yes, remembered the ferns and they are looking great.
I know. I'm going to get a few more ferns, I think, just for the shady area of the fig and olive plot.
They're good for a shady area, aren't they?
Yeah. Charlie is like literally rummaging around. There's a box by her with loads of like wrapping papers and stuff. He's trying to get in it. He's a rascal, he is.
So Di says, hiya, good evening. Good to see you. I'm one of your first ever followers. Do you remember me? I follow Danny. I do remember you, Di. Yes, I do remember you. I remember most people because you do remember like the followers and the viewers that comment, and you do remember it. It's amazing actually how much you do remember. I think because we're both the same, we really enjoy talking to the community. So I think we probably got quite good memories when it comes to that because we enjoy it. Danny, when do you plan to start your onions?
I'm not doing overwintering onions, but my onions from seed, I shall be starting them in January. I'll start them in January. I might start some a bit earlier just to see how they go on, but I'm going to wait till January and they grew amazing last year as well. So this year, you keep forgetting that it's but yeah, they grew amazing. So I'll do them about January time. Di says, is it not too late to cut raspberries back if they are all gone wiry? Depends if they're autumn or summer raspberries, really.
I've just cut mine down, but mine are the autumn ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, the summer ones you have to. They're on this year's growth, aren't they? So the summer ones you have to keep up, don't you?
Mm.
And the autumn ones are on next year's growth.
I get confused.
Yeah. The autumn ones grow on that year's growth, and the summer ones grow on the previous year's new growth.
Yeah, that's right.
It's because it's me saying it that you're like,
No, it's not. It's not
probably the opposite. If that's what she's saying, it's the other way around. No, I think it's that way around.
Make sure you know which ones they are, basically, Di.
Will I be going to the Wisley Glow? Is that the Christmas light thing? I've never been to Wisley. Can you believe I've never been to Wisley? And it's literally.
I don't even know what Wisley is.
Wisley is like.
Is it in London?
It's. I don't even know if it is in London actually, because I'm at the end of London, and it's a little bit further down. It's probably in Surrey. I would have thought it would be in Surrey, but I'm on the border, and it is literally a little bit further down from me. But I really want to go. I might do that actually this year. And I really want to go to Wisley anyway, because I've never been, which is crazy because it's down the road. Can anybody recommend somewhere to get decent weed membrane?
I just get mine on eBay. I do, but I always make sure. But the only thing is with it is that it's okay for like covering beds, I think, and like how you do it and stuff like that, stop weeds and whatnot. But when you start putting it into the ground and putting all the bark on and stuff, I've done it as well, and it's a nightmare then when it starts fraying and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing, and get all those long strips.
I got a good one on Amazon, but it's got stones on it. So where I've got my, so it probably wouldn't. That works well because it's literally weighted by all the stones. That was just from Amazon though. And the one I used last week, I think I got it from B&Q or something. I was just in B&Q and I picked up a roll of it. But I don't think any of them are like amazing, are they? There's none that, like you say, don't fray and don't.
I know there is one that you can buy, but I think it's quite pricey, and then it's like a cardboard, and you roll it out, and I think it's got like I think it lasts about 5 years or so, or 10 years, and then it biodegrades. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen other YouTubers use it.
So there is stuff out there then.
Yeah. Marvelous Garden, nice to see you on. What do you look for in a garden YouTube channel? DIY gardening, new ways of doing things, recipes, or just your day-to-day at the allotment garden? What do you normally look for, Jem? Because you're a little bit different to me, because sometimes you show me channels, and I'm like, but you like American style ones as well, don't you? And
I like a mix.
Yeah.
I like a mix. I think it's nice to just see different things, and I think it's nice to see how different people do different things. So I think it's just quite nice to get ideas. I think sometimes, like, if you're wanting to do something, it's nice to go to a channel, where you can get the information from. So I think that is really good. But I think if you want like a casual viewing, where you just enjoy gardening. Channel. Yes, it's more you want to see a bit of everything, don't you? You want to see, I wouldn't have done that. I didn't know I could do that. Or just looking at someone's nice garden. I think it's a bit of everything.
Mine's a little bit different because I'm not really into the how-to YouTube channels that much, unless, like you said, like I'm looking for something
specific, isn't it? Yeah, where you're like,
I like the what am I doing this week on the plot sort of channels, and they're the type of ones I watch a lot of. And sometimes I just watch friends' channels because just to see how they're going on, what they're doing and whatnot. But DIY. Obviously, I love DIY ones. I've been watching loads and loads at the moment of the making greenhouses out of old windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Cotton sheds too, so I've been trying to get some inspiration from that. But yeah, mine's a bit of a mix as well. Tom says, Thinking of building a walk-in brassica cage, what size mesh would you recommend? And is it okay to not crop rotate? Well, obviously it would have to be like an enviro mesh or like a really, really fine mesh because it's for brassicas, especially if it's permanent and not the crop rotate. I mean, you can. I mean, it's going to be a brassica cage, so it's always going to have brassicas in it in a gem. So I think it's just if you're going to be doing more no dig and then just keep layering up, just hope that you haven't gone. Just make sure when you've build it and finish it off as well that you've not got any club root or anything, or you've not moved soil in the club root, because that'd be an absolute nightmare then, because you can't use it as a brassica cage then unless you use club root resistant vegetables. We were talking about that the plot today with Linda, and she's got a bit of club root and in the bed, and I just said to her, like, maybe you should try like a club root resistant like Swede and whatnot in those beds, and I think that's what she's going to do now. But that's a good thing, isn't it? When you've got like plot friends and stuff and they see a problem, sometimes you might not know, or they might have an idea that you might think, why didn't you try that? Why didn't you try that in there? So that's one of the things that we like doing over when we have a coffee, is that we're talking about things that we could be doing on our plot. Cheryl's really good at that as well. She's always thinking about it, not just her own garden, but other plots as well. So she'll come up, she'll message me saying, I've seen this online, when you try this, or look at this flower, whatnot, and all, which is, it's good to do. Yeah. But yeah, a few people are saying the same. They're like a mixture of things. I mean, sometimes though, I see people watching who used to watch my channel comment on other channels now, and they don't comment on mine. It's not that they don't watch, they just might prefer that style now, because sometimes you change your style on YouTube and whatnot. And yeah, that's just the way it is sometimes. Like sometimes my channel will be how to, and then other times it'll be just my weekly vlog, and then other times then I'll be showing you a DIY project or a product that I've been trying. So it's just a mixture, really. I keep saying forget me not Emma all the time, because that's what we call her, don't we? But Emma from the Lavender Plot says, does lime help club root? Yeah, so if you've got club root, then you can sprinkle lime the beds and lime the hole that you're going to be putting the cabbage or whatnot in, and it does help a little bit, but it's still a pain to have. Could be in the beds for years. But yeah, we copy you sometimes to know what you're growing. I've had wonderful beetroot tips from Danny, wonderful carrot tips from Danny, and also I put my grapevines inside the polytunnel. There you go. See, I'm a fountain of knowledge. I'm not. I'm the same as every other viewer though, Gemma. And we both are really, and we like. It's not that we're frauds, because we only show what we've learned ourselves, or what we've watched off other people, or what we've read. So we're just the same plot holders. We're not professionals or anything. So I always think it's nice when people copy stuff I do, and sometimes they are my ideas, or my methods, but other times it can just be that it's just something that works for me. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Bowtie. Different personalities will speak to different people. We always develop our story. And I don't know why I'm not putting these things on the screen tonight. And sometimes the story we live align. That's so true. Better with someone else. It is. And I agree. It's like sometimes I can't watch certain YouTubers because I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not. And I mean, I'm sure people do that with me as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not in the mood for that nonsense today. But then other times I'll binge watch them for about a week or two, and I'm back to normal. But yeah, I agree. Sometimes, it's what you feel like doing, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't watch every channel, or certain channels are your preference. That's just the way it is, isn't it? Oh God, Stella, now you're asking. God, they're throwing the questions at us tonight, Gemma. How do I get a successful cauliflower harvest? It is the one thing that still defeats me. Gemma, do you want me to answer, or do you?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a good year for cauliflower there were, I think the first time I had success, like I would say success, was over winter last year. So it was in the spring. And then the ones I've just harvested have been quite good. But I didn't do anything different to what I would normally do. So I don't. I think sometimes it's just there's no reason to it not working. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, no, like this year I had terrible cauliflowers and Romanescos, you know, like the green one, the conical green one. And they're quite nutty in flavour as well. And I do like them, but I put them on I didn't actually put them on the new plot. Cheryl gave me the wrong plants, and then I ended up with some cauliflowers last year, which was fantastic because I didn't put any in. When we still laugh about it now, but I think if you haven't got like a clay soil, I think that helps a lot better. And make sure you're giving them good feeds and also stressing them as well. They're wimps really. So if you haven't got like quite firm soil around it, if you weren't stamping that firm, that soil down. I remember there's an allotment. I think there's an older gentleman on the allotment, and he said years ago he used to get his 2 sons to play cricket on his allotment plot for the day to stamp all the soil down ready before the brassicas were put in, so that he knew that the soil was all firm. And I think sometimes it's to do with that as well. So if you've got like loose, fluffy soil, because people are
they don't like moving around, do they? They like to be very firm.
So people are literally put 4 bags of compost in a raised bed and go, I'm going to grow some cauliflowers in there, and it's the worst thing to do because they don't like that soft, fluffy soil. That's great for like lettuces and things like that. You want it to be literally stamped down really hard, and then make a small hole for that plant, and then their roots stay in that root ball area, and then they don't stress. But if they start rocking, and then that's how they end up bolting or whatnot. And also, it can be a bit of luck as well. They are a tough thing to grow. Bowtie says, are there really any new ideas, Danny? Nothing new under the sun. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think most YouTubers, they've either seen someone else do it, which you always try and acknowledge that person's inspired you. I always try and say like this I've seen on blah blah blah. But sometimes you just come up with something and other people will just copy it, and that's just the way it is. You can't be offended if people copy your YouTube. That's kind of what you want them to do, really. You don't show them what you're doing and say don't do that. That's kind of what you need to do, really. But I think it's more when a YouTuber does it and then they make out it's their idea. It's a bit naughty then, but that does happen as well. But it is what it is. What type of dogs do you have, Danny? I have a Jack Russell pug called Charlie, and I've got a silver Bichon called Louis. So you might have seen Charlie. Well, they've both been on the channel and stuff, but not as much. Not as much as I'd like. I'd love to have them over there like Monty Don, just sitting there chewing on a carrot, but that doesn't happen. They end up running around the beds, weeing on the cabbages, and yeah. They're Asbo dogs for an allotment. They're just too adventurous. That's the problem. Hi, Jane. Nice to see you on. Finally. Oh, no, don't all start saying hey, Jane, when she turns up at 7. Hey, Mal. Nice to see you on. I just finished watching your video, and when you first, I don't know if anyone's seen the Veg Plot Man's recent video, but he put a shelf up because the roof was slanted like this. The camera made the shelf look like he was putting the shelf on like this. It was giving me anxiety all the way through. But then once he showed it when it was done, it looked level. But when I'd seen it, I thought that should, even though he was putting a level on, he said like, oh no, this is level, blah, blah. To my eye on that camera, the shelf was literally like this. I thought, how is this possible? But I got faith in that man. But yeah, I had to look at Bobble Hat. Yeah, I weirdly... so a little update on me only having one hand of my gloves. Only had my left-handed gloves. I found all the right-handed gloves in the shed today when I was clearing it out. So I had a bag full of right-handed gloves. Yeah. Elizabeth, I grew sprout Crispus. Now, weirdly, you were talking about Crispus.
Cabbage.
Crispus sprouts. They're blight resistant. No, sorry. They're clubroot resistant sprouts, and I know Muddy Boots does them, and he says that they're fantastic and they grow really well. And also Linda said that She knows people who've done them as well. So I think Christmas is the ones I'm going to do next year. Talking about first ever viewers of the channel, one of my first ever viewers 4 years ago was Amir. He never had a channel back then. Do you remember Amir?
Yeah. Well, how is Amir? Do you still speak to him?
Yeah, he's doing it. The last I spoke to him, he was giving up his plot because they were moving, and then he was going to get a new allotment. But yeah, maybe I should give him a message to see how he's going on. Yeah. Bought a butterfly plant, absolutely beautiful, Mal. Oh, that's nice. But yeah. Nice. It's nice to see everyone chatting in the chat. Yeah, I miss Amir as well. He had completely different style of editing his videos than I'd ever seen, and he liked showing all the nature and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Sometimes you just forget about all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? You just plod on and do your jobs, and sometimes you do need to sit back. And again, it's weirdly how the chat is literally so linked to how I've been talking to Linda. It's like you all was listening today, because I said that sometimes we just don't realize what's around us. And there's one time where I led on the plot floor and I was just staring at the asparagus bed, and I was fascinated at the amount of ants that were carrying things across, and you just don't see all those things when you're just up around pruning and gardening and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Is there any brassicas I can sow now to put in after the parsnips, please, or after where the runner beans have been? Well, unless you're going to put spring cabbages out that have already been sown, a few months ago, probably not, Christine. I'd probably be waiting now until.
Yeah, I'd just wait now.
Yeah. I mean, you can do like all year round collies and stuff like that, but you grow in them and stuff as well. Can I still sow broad beans now? Yeah. Yeah, you could even direct sow now, Stella, if you haven't got problems with like squirrels and whatnot and rats and mice. But if you have, just pop a few in anyway, and hopefully, fingers crossed, yeah, they'll come up. But yeah, direct sow some now. Was Amir a solicitor, Danny? He was. Yeah, he was a solicitor. That's I don't know how I know that either, but yeah, I don't know how you knew that either, but yeah, he was. He still is, I hope.
Well, you know everything, Danny. You do actually know so much information that you just think, how do you know that?
Yeah.
You do seem to know.
Yeah, like you'll say something one day, like blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, they've just had they just had an operation on their leg. Funny enough, I was speaking to them on Thursday, and
I'll be like,
how do you speak to so many people all the time?
Yeah, you do.
Jane has not put her garlic in yet. Stella,
I was just going to say, has Jane put her garlic in?
You don't even need to ask Jane that, because you know the answer before you even asked it. I hope she does, because 2 years ago she put it off, and it was too late. Oh, she did it today. I feel like she's only saying that now because I've just said that. I want to photograph Jane Curley proving that you've put it in. No, 2 years ago she didn't put it in early, and then she had a terrible crop. But then last year she put it in on the time, and then she had a blooming problems with allium leaf miner, I think. So yeah. I watched you before I was a YouTuber, Danny, and used to watch Amir's channel. Oh, that's good. Steve's allotment. Yes, I do watch your channel as well, actually. I recently watched you having a little grumble at the plot because of the rain and stuff, and I felt the same. I've been feeling it lately as well, honestly. Jem, have you found anything interesting or anything out on the street lately? Your last one was so funny when you found yourself a tree on the way to the coffee.
I did. I found fig trees. Do you remember fig trees? They were just like underneath
under a bridge, weren't they?
They were under the bridge that I walk over, and I was like, I swear they're fig trees, and they were. They're both doing absolutely fine. No, actually, I tell a lie. One of them is doing really well. One of them actually died, but one of them had an actual like the roots were all intact and it was all fine, and the other one had like it had almost been snapped out of the ground, so it only had a tiny bit of root on it. You know, like someone had tried to dig it up, but it had like snapped the hard bit of the root. So I planted it up, but it hadn't. It just didn't make it.
The chances are probably what happened was one of those neighbours that were opposite there probably moved in and just thought, I'm yanking them out. They shouldn't have dumped them there, really, but they probably didn't know where they were either. They probably just thought they were dead because it was wintertime, wasn't it? Was it?
Yeah, because they had nothing on them, but they just had the like tiny little bud things on the end.
Yeah, so maybe they just thought, oh, they're just plants or they're dead and stuff, and just pulled them out. I know it's not right what they done, but it was better for you because but it's just hilarious how you were just on a little stroll, like, and then only.
I know. I haven't found anything like that. I don't know. I haven't. I don't think I'll ever find anything like that again. Well, maybe. You never know.
So Jane Kelly has sent me a photograph to prove that she's put her garlic in. Now, this is the most hilarious thing, right, of Jane. This is typical Jane, right? How she thinks this proves that she put her garlic in today. Let me try and find it. Yeah. Oh, no, that's me. So I asked Jane to prove that she put her garlic in today, and this is her proof. How is that proving you put it in, Jane Kelly? That's proving it's on the side of your greenhouse, in your greenhouse. But I do believe if you've got it there, and those elephant garlics look wonderful. But yeah, thanks for sending that in, Jane. I believe you, though. Many wouldn't. But well done. I'm glad. Danny wants camera proof of garlic pudding. Yes, there you go. Thanks so much. Danny, what email address should we send that hat pics into? My normal email address, thegrowupchannel@gmail.com. Yeah, if you've got a bobble hat picture, preferably if it's like Christmassy, but don't have to worry if it's not, as long as it got. She's sending me a video now of it putting her garlic in. Oh, she's telling the truth. I apologize, Jane Kelly. Yeah, you can just send it to thegrowupchannel@gmail.com, and yeah, I'll try and use them somehow before it's going to be for one of the Christmas videos. So be quick because I've got a few exams and essays come up over Christmas, so I'm trying to get a lot of the videos filmed beforehand. So yeah. Have you Michelle says, have you heard from Nanu and Grinch? No, not since the end of July. It was my birthday at the end of July, and she sent me some plants for my birthday. But no, I haven't. But I will send them a message, and I'll let you know next week how they are. I'm sure they're fine. But yeah, I know sometimes they have some time from YouTube or whatnot. But yeah, I'll find out. I'm sure they're fine though. Danny, try putting onions and garlics in your green stalk. It will create a beautiful appearance in spring. Maybe when I do the ones in spring, maybe. But I'm not doing overwintering onions. And let me tell you now, Cheryl have tempted me. We've got a garden centres. Linda tried. She sent me a video today about growing overwintering onions. I'm not doing it. I've given up on it. You don't do it either, though, Jem. Do you?
I did it last year because I remember I don't really grow onions.
Yeah. Oh no. Why is that, Jem?
Because Vince is allergic to onions. So
is he?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
I know. I do tell everyone a lot. So but I wanted to try it last year. So I did. Did I do red onions? And they all bolted anyway.
Yeah. So
I think I did some red onions and some white onions from memory. I can't remember, but yeah, I did the sets and they all just bolted. So I'm not going to do it. I just did it because I'd never done it before, and I thought I wanted to give it a go, but I won't do it again.
Marvelous Garden. I do apologize, and you are a member of the channel as well. Can you let me know what your name is, and I'll put it on the whiteboard so I remember. She says, my elephant garlic is taking so long to grow. Nothing is showing yet, and they were planted 6 weeks ago. Totally the right thing to say, and it's what happens. So the elephant garlic takes forever. You might not see something surface now until January time. That's one thing that takes a long time. It focuses more on putting the roots in, and then you get the shoots. And believe it or not, people getting excited about, oh yeah, I've got my garlic. Like I see my garlic come up after I planted after a week, and I was upset. So when people get like, oh, I wish my garlic was coming up and all, you don't. Try and keep it, let it focus on the roots. You don't actually want much greenery, because some people are planted like in September and they've got like garlic shoots like this. And it's okay, but the frost will damage that, all through winter, you're better off keeping them quite short about this. If they stay about an inch or so, and then maybe 2 or 3 inches, and then when the frost comes in, it doesn't damage it as much and doesn't stunt it. But yeah. So yeah, don't worry about your elephant garlic. That's completely fine. And I remember when I first grew it, I was thinking all the other garlic are up. There's nothing there. And then I dug down and I seen it. It had rooted. It just takes a while, but it'll come. Don't worry.
It'll come. It'll come.
It'll come. What can I put in my potatoes come out? Do you mean potatoes now? Like, have you put any in? Have you done Christmas potatoes, or do you mean potatoes that you're gonna do next year? And then we'll answer. But yeah, would elephant garlic be okay in the green stalk? Ooh, probably.
I think it would be because they're quite big.
And there's quite a long area there. Like, I've tried not to. I'm not going to use my green stalk over winter again because obviously I've stopped in doing what I'm doing. But I mean, you probably could, to be honest. I mean, the green stalks are quite versatile, but it's the water in there. Yeah. So someone has asked, Jem, does that mean you don't eat out if Vince can't eat onions?
We do. We only go to certain places. There's that you can say, oh, we've got an onion allergy, and because he can't eat garlic either, can I only see?
I didn't even know that was a thing, mine. People are allergic to onions.
He's got quite a lot of allergies.
What happens if he eats an onion?
He just feels really, really unwell.
Oh.
It literally takes him out, like he's really, really unwell. But he hasn't always had an onion allergy. It only for about.
I feel like you need to talk about the onions. Go on, Jem.
No, I only talk about this every now and again.
And when you do, so much passion.
It's a big subject. It's a big. It's actually really hard because an onion is the base of a lot of meals.
Loads.
So it is actually really tough. And a lot of places are really good now.
He's an attention seeker.
Yeah. A lot of places are really good now, and you can say, oh, I've got an allergy and it's fine. Like, that, but some things are like, if you haven't got onion in it, like, it's not hard, it's quite hard. So yeah, we do still go out, but just to certain places.
Christine says, I have an empty patch where runner beans were. Yeah, just let the bed rest. Maybe put some compost or manure on the top and cover it until spring. That's most of mine are done now. The other day I turned around as I was locking the gate, and I thought, right, how many beds now have I got to put manure on, or green manure, or cover? And I looked around and they're all done, apart from the ones I need to build now at the back of the plot by the scary shed. All the beds are prepared and fed and ready. So I was
the thing is, you'll be really. I think we'll all be really shocked how quick. Like, it always goes so quick. The winter, you think, and all of a sudden you're planting again. Like, it does go really quick. Before you know it, it'll be spring, and we'll be thinking about peas and everything else. All the early stuff and whatever else, won't we?
I'm the same as you, Robin. I grab for an onion for every meal. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The first thing you're doing is you get a pan, you put a bit of oil in, you put an onion in. And then most recipes say add 1 onion.
I know. And he can't, the other things that he can't eat are leek, celery. There's so many things that are all, I know.
He's got ileiomyces. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
No, what about spring onions?
No, you can't eat spring onions.
Oh, God. There you are. Imagine that, though. Someone just said you could use as leek, but obviously, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I need a rest, do I cover myself in compost leaf mulch? Linda would say yes. Linda would say, yeah, do it. Chuck a couple of bags of leaves on you, honestly. I think you should retire now, Danny. I think I should as well, honestly. I really do think I should. But I honestly think if I didn't do it, what would I do? What would I do with all that time that I spend doing all those things? Plus, Linda would really miss me if I stopped going there all the time. The biscuit barrel would be full anyway. Stella says, tell him to try taking vitamin D for a while. Oh. Well, I suggest everyone takes vitamin D tablets anyway, because I don't feel like we get enough. So Robin says, "Oh yeah, I've known people be allergic to celery." Yeah, I turned her on to a giant Ford hook Swiss chard stems. Robin knows all these quirky plants, honestly. But yeah. Oh, this is nice. And everyone's so chatty tonight as well. Thank you so much. I don't know. Don't know what else. What else should we talk about, Gemma? Go on. Let's talk about the topic that we were going to do. So in spring now, what are you going to do? Over winter, you're going to clear a polytunnel.
Yes.
And then what?
And then
What's
just
going on
start.
next year?
I'm just going to start. So what am I going to do? So normal, big polytunnel normal will just be tomatoes, cucumbers, the usual stuff.
It's mad how we're your friends though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
we do things completely different.
Yeah.
Like you only got no beds in your polytunnel. You see that polytunnel as an aircraft bunker for your plants,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yes.
Like you go straight in the soil, protects it from the, puts a bit more heat in, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do the same. I've got my grapevine in there, and that's actually doing really, really well now. That's like the third, fourth, I don't know how many years. It's been in quite a few years now, and that's doing really well. I've got grapes off that this year, so that'll continue to do well. Yeah, tomatoes, just the normal stuff. I don't know what to do with the mini polytunnel. I think I've done most years I've put like extra tomatoes in there, but I feel like sometimes I've got so many tomatoes. I just think like there's only so many.
What about growing in the next year some like butternut squash?
That'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, because they don't like it hot, but
they take longer as well, don't they? So that would be good.
And they'll spread all over that area as well.
Yeah. So. Maybe I'll do that because I just think sometimes you think, oh, that's really good because you can put all your extras in there, but actually you've got so many anyway.
I know.
So I did want to do something. I might do that actually.
Yeah. Or maybe some melons in there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Something different. Yeah, I feel like I need to do something different in there this year.
Maybe put a pile of straw down, or hay or whatnot, on top of the weed membrane. Leave the weed membrane down. And then just grow and just plant into that maybe some melons and some squash or something.
Something different. I'm definitely going to do something different.
I miss my mini polytunnel. I might have to speak to First Tunnels about it.
Oh, I love it. I love mine.
Yeah. But it's just the little things like storing things as well. Like I used to put all the buckets in there out of the way for winter and things like that.
Yeah, it is really handy.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then? What about yours?
I'm going to sort it all out. Mine's being used as like a storage area at the moment. I was telling you earlier that I emptied the shed today, ready for the shed build. And a blooming rat jumped out. Oh my God. Why do they do that? They literally just spring out of nowhere and their little hands will go in the air. Honestly, they probably
What was he doing? Waving?
But when they jump and then they do that thing like to try and...
I've never seen a rat jump. Has anyone else seen a rat jump?
I have, honestly. It leaped in the air like a flying squirrel.
I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'd do.
So if you ever corner a rat, it goes for your eyes. So never corner a rat.
Well, I don't think I'll ever be in the position where I corner a rat, but I'll bear it in mind.
If you walk into a shed and you've cornered it, it's going to run up, But you always find it really strange that I've never seen a fox, haven't you? Did you, Jem?
They just walk around here. I was at the school, wasn't I, yesterday, and I was sending him a video because there was a fox waiting literally in the queue with us for the kids. And I was like, look, this is where what the foxes do in London. And he's like, oh yeah, that's it. What did you say? It's a Jack Russell.
It's a Jack Russell, that is.
I said, because to me, it's a fox.
They're really common for you to see them though, aren't they?
They're everywhere all the time. And they just literally walk down the street. They're just walking around in London. Anyone else in London will know, and one in a city will know. They just literally walk around. They just follow you around. And they come in your garden at night looking for food. And some people do feed them.
That's madness. So Ammanford Allotment has just sent a picture in of the sprouts. I got a feeling...
I thought you were going to say rat then.
I think they've sent me this not this same picture, but I feel like it's deja vu. I feel like they've always been good at sprouts. I feel like they might have showed me a sprout picture last year. I'm trying to find it. The problem is I send it to the desktop and I go, oh, yeah, you go. But yeah, God, look at these sprouts. I'm going to guess this lady on the sprout picture, though, is the same height as you, Gemma. But look at those. What variety are those? That is insane. I like your floor as well.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lovely crop of sprouts. Please tell us all in the
Wow.
I know I just seen Mal up there now saying rats. I know, Matt, I thought of you today when I ran out of the shed. Honestly, I thought this is how Mal reacts. But I thought, come on, Danny, I put your gloves back on. And honestly, I was tapping the stick around it, but he'd left. He'd gone through a little hole and he'd gone. But yeah, that is an impressive amount.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, Rich, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Generally does, honestly, mean so much when people become members of the channel. It really does. I'm trying to catch up with the chat so I can put it on the chat goes nuts on this, doesn't it, Gem? It never.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
that's what I know, because it looks like we're looking over, but
thank
like
you.
it's literally going.
Yeah, I know.
Those
it's hard to keep track of it.
Just unbelievable.
I know. Ammanford Allotment said what variety they are yet. No. Oh, yeah, I'm wondering what they are. Hopefully they're Crispus, because that's what I'm kind of doing, but they're impressive.
So I know, when it comes up, I'm going to put it in my phone, what it is.
But they're huge as well. They're literally huge. Di says, Danny, when my daughter arrives over the weekend, I'll get some help being visually impaired. She can help me become a member. Oh, thanks, Di. That's really great. Oh, bless you.
Impressive sprouts.
Deb, Di, I know you are listening, and you've mentioned before you're visually impaired, and that's why I always try and read the chat out, because I'm always aware that you can't always see the chat. So that's why I always read the question out fully, because you've mentioned it before. But yeah, so I thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Deb says, we have foxes, badgers, squirrels, you name it, we have them. God, we don't. We have a squirrel. You got Robin Gardens. She's out there in her ear rollers and her nightie, chasing them off with a broom. That's how I imagine it anyway. And there's me feeding them on the bird feeder, and hopefully they'll come back tomorrow. I film them. I think they're fascinating. I love squirrels. I just think they're just like squirrels are just rats with ADHD and bushy tails. That's how I see them.
I think squirrels are nice when there's one maybe, but when you get a load of them and you just planted your tulips and then you come out and they've all gone.
Yeah.
You know.
And that happens to me as well. That really does happen to me. But Robin, I love how Robin is with them, though, because Robin is like the Elmer Fudd of allotment. Well, not allotment, gardening channels on YouTube, because you'll see Robin's garden is all perfect and it's beautiful in summer, but in spring she's out there with a chicken wire that she's trying to, cover everything over, and she's really protective of them, and I don't blame her. Yeah, she gets a lot of pests from the squirrels and whatnot, but Di says, thank you, Danny, and all you guys who do the gardening programs. You were a great help and a massive inspiration to me. I love listening and watching all your videos.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Di says, from Greenside Up to MAO to Tony Smith, Gemma, Danny, Muddy Boots, everybody I watch, and I get lots and lots of massive tips and support. And that's what it's all about, honestly. That's what it's about. Oh my God, Jen, that's brutal. Used to love squirrels until they killed all of our guinea pigs. Oh my God, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, that is. Thanks, Jen. Happy. That is horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you. Jay Dickens said the Diablo hybrid and the heirloom Long Island improved are frequently cited as predictive brooders. Are these the Brussels sprouts? Have we missed the? Ammanford saying the variety. Have we missed this?
Have we seen it?
No, but Jay seems to think that it's called the Diablo hybrid, and
Diablo hybrid.
Long Island improved are frequently cited as prolific producers of standard green Brussels sprouts, with J. Cross also a strong. Do you like? I love a Brussels sprout. You know.
Me too. Same.
Yeah.
Love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I know, Cheryl. You lost a lot of tulips last year. Tulips were very popular last winter. I feel
it
like
makes you want to cry. You just think it's so sad. It is so sad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, look, Steve's allotment. I'm trying to catch 2 rabbits that are digging my potato. Is it Peter Rabbit and what was his friend?
I went to say Jessica Rabbit, but that's not the word.
It's not Jessica Rabbit. It's Peter.
They are making a Jessica Rabbit movie, though, off the top.
And the one that keeps the acorns in his hat. He's always got food in his... I'm going to have to Google this, guys, because I can't remember now.
You do that. But yeah, I always find it hilarious that Linda did corn the one year, and the rats went up there and stole all her corn. And when Cheryl opened up her hedgehog house, they'd moved some of the corn. They'd moved one of the cobs in there to have a little snack. So they were using Cheryl's hedgehog house as a corn house.
Benjamin Bunny.
What?
Benjamin Bunny.
Benjamin Bunny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Benjamin Bunny's the one that...
A few people have just said no, Benjamin Bunny. We should have just asked them. Oh, look at that, Mal. Now you're talking. Brussels and cranberry sauce. I don't even know who that is.
It's Benjamin Bunny.
In my life.
He's the one that always wants to go home.
Oh, I don't know. On that, it's 8 o'clock, Gemma. Yes. So on that note, they were here we go. They were Evesham special, plenty more there, Danny. Well, that's great, because I'm actually coming to Ammanford in a couple of weeks' time. Send me an email, actually, because I did say I was going to come and visit. So if I do come up in a couple of weeks' time, perhaps I'll pop round. I'm not after your Brussels sprouts, I promise. But, if you want to give me some Brussels sprouts, I will take them out. But yeah, I think that's it. If anyone's got a YouTube channel or Instagram, they can pop it in the chat now. I said we're going to keep this to 8 o'clock today, Gemma. I promised you.
I didn't believe you.
I know. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for coming on. If you've got a YouTube channel or whatnot, you can pop it in the chat now so that other people can follow, subscribe. And if you haven't, subscribe to Gem in the Garden. I'll put a link to her channel in the description after this live. So thank you so much. And also thank you so much to Jay Dixon for moderating. You're an absolute godsend, honestly. Pass it to Pick 2. We'll drop me an email. Yeah, drop me an email. I'm coming to Ammanford in a couple of weeks' time. And but yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And we shall see you all. I don't know if there is one next week, so probably check to... I'll always notify on a Wednesday or Tuesday if there is one. There probably will be one, but... Yes, I shall see you now on Sunday on my channel. Gemma, have you got a video out?
Yes, I'm thinking it'll be out Saturday.
Okay, and also you'll see me on Potty Mouth on Monday Monday at 7 p.m. and also my live again probably on Thursday. But yeah, thank you so much, and everyone welcome Gem and say thanks to Gem for coming on. I'm sure we'll try and get her on again before Christmas or something. I'm going to try and put a few guests now dotted through the months of winter. But yes, and Annie, lovely to see you on. I'm going to get you on very soon, Annie. I started writing a WhatsApp message to you this afternoon, and I still haven't sent it because I got distracted by Linda's biscuits. So I'll send you a message in a minute. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming on. Thank you so much for welcoming Gemma, and we shall see you all again.